Hello everybody, welcome to Karmic Palms. Today we're going to be discussing about when dedication and when discipline, dedication and hard work starts paying off in life. Where do you see these signs? And how do you know that this person is going to come on top after all the hard work and dedication? Now, I'm going to show you a few signs and details so it helps you. Before we do, please subscribe, and if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us, it's in the description box. Now, where do you see these signs? Sometimes you see people working for 10 years, 20 years, working on a project, working on something, even for 8 years, 10 years, so how many ever years. They put in years of hard work and then finally it starts paying off. Where do you see these things? Where do you see these signs? Now, to understand this, okay, let me show you where to see these signs so you get an idea. Now, say this is your lifeline, your mind line, your heart line. I'm just drawing it as a rough thing, guys, so please don't take this as a literal thing. Now, say these are the lines. Now, where do you see, first of all, the dedication that this person is going to not give up, who's going to keep fighting? Now, for you to see, is you need to see two areas. One is your Mars mount, and second thing is your thumb. How is the position of your thumb? We need to see. It needs to be strong, means if your thumb has to be straight and a light bend like this. When you move your thumb behind, let's say this is your thumb, okay? People who have straight lines, it's a different prediction. It has to be slightly up, not completely up like this. Okay, you understand what I'm saying, right? This part here needs to flex a little bit. If it goes back like this a little bit, which is a very good sign. Okay, and the structure of the thumb, if it shows, this shows first authoritative, things like that. It shows that you have determination. Also, other signs of hard work that this person is not going to give is you need to see here. If you have a fish sign in your Mars mount, or a triangle, okay, or a star. When you see signs like this in the Mars mount, this indicates that Mars is what? Mars is the sign of courage, fight, not giving up, not negative signs. If you have positive signs here, this shows that no matter what, if these people say from a very small age, these people have a plan. When they see when they already have a plan from the time they're young, and when they grow, they get into it straight away. And they will work in, no matter how many times it fails, they'll keep putting their money, their energy, their thoughts, everything into this to make it work, to make it work, to make it work. In spite of failing, it might fail the first time, second time, third time, even 10 times they'll fail. But one day they will come out successful. Now, to see if they're going to be successful or not, you need to see another sign, which is your fate line. Now, if your fate line supports you, let's say you have a beautiful fate line like this which goes up. Okay, this means for sure, no matter how hard this person works, no matter how he plans things and does, success is already guaranteed for this person. Now, for example, let's say there is a startup this person is doing, and he's taking years for R&D, research and development. He's spending his own money. Then there are certain things that you need to see here. Does he have a triangle here? Okay, what does this mean? Or his business line here, does it have a triangle here? Now, what does the triangle mean on the fate line or the business line? This means you can expect some sort of funding. Okay, some sort of funding will come into your business, which will help you even keep going further, keep working on your project and things like that till you become successful. So all these signs needs to be looked at, and of course your Mars mount has to be in the positive, your Rahu has to be positive, and your Saturn has to be positive. These are all important points here. Okay, you can't just look at one or the other and say, I have this, but how come I'm not successful? It doesn't work like that. Okay, you might have the best signs here, but if your other mounts and lines are not supporting, it's very difficult for you to progress in life. Okay, so these are the signs that you see. Now, determination will come to these people. Okay, like, they will work hard no matter what happens. A lot of people give up the first few signs they see. For example, if they have a broken business line, Say for example, your business line is here, 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 here. For a lot of people, it's like this. Now, what does this mean? And you don't have any of these signs. This means this person will keep jumping ship. He gets an idea online, he wants to invest money, then he loses interest in a few months, then he gives up and he sells the business for a total loss again. Zero money he'll make, he'll lose interest. Again, after a few months, again he'll resurface, start something, again lose interest and lose money. So this is a very weak sign. And if you don't have any good signs here, this shows lack of dedication, lack of knowledge. You don't want to gain knowledge on the thing. You just want to do something. Why? Because somebody else is doing something and you want to jump into that, which is a very negative sign. If you have something like this and this is not there and your fate line is weak, I don't suggest you should do business alone. I suggest that you do business with somebody, like a partnership and things like that. Then it might work. Of course, we need to see both your palms and things like that. But I'm just giving you an example. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, this is a positive sign. Your thumb needs to be looked at. Your Rahu and your Saturn mount needs to look at. If all these are positive, this means no matter how, how difficult things become in this person's life, this person one day will become very, very, very successful. Okay. Now also one more thing, say your fate line is all broken. Okay. There are certain times, guys, just because you have dedication and hard work doesn't mean it's going to work. Sometimes you have to also see your palm to see if things are going to work or not. Okay, now I showed you the business line. If it's like this and these signs are there, not there, that means he'll be jumping ship every 3 months, every 6 months, he will lose interest and lose money. Now, almost say you have all these positive lines here and your fate line is all broken like this. This also means no matter how much hard work you put, okay, sometimes it's always good to give up also, because it's not going to work. The whole world will see it, but you will fail to understand it and see it. Why? Because you have these signs and it brings this thing in front of you. It brings a wall in front of you where you cannot see. But everybody else is saying, hey buddy, time to wind up, time to close up. Why? Because it's not going to work. But you don't seem to understand. You think that there's the light at the end of the tunnel there. But sometimes there's no light. It's just pitch black, you see. And sometimes it's always good to turn around quickly and start something else, which takes less money and has better results and things like that. Why? Because otherwise you will lose all your resources. All your money will go to the tubes, all your savings will go, basically it's just thrown away and there will be no results. So sometimes you need to understand that also. Okay, I hope this helps. This was just some general analysis I wanted to show you. Having these signs and having a good fate line and a business line, this shows the strength, the determination and dedication you have towards achieving anything in life. I hope you have the positive lines, guys. Okay, I hope it helps. Please subscribe, and if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us. It's in the description box. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.